The House will come to order. The pledge will be led today by seniors from Rifle High School, Garfield County. Welcome.
Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Kohler, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt. Becker J. Becker K. Brown. Buck. Buckner. Carver. Conti. Corum. Court. Danielson. Del Grosso. Dorr. Duran. Esgar. Everett. Fields. Foote. Garnett. Janal. Hamner. Humphrey. Joshi. Representative Joshi. Kagan. Kaiser. Klingenschmidt. Kraftarp. Landgraf. Representative Landgraf.
I may have gotten. There we go. Thank you very much. Oh, may I? Oh, I staple. Put your staple on the other side. I got it. That's fine.
Nobody.
Okay, good.
But I'm on Landgraf.
I'm good. And how are you doing? It's good. Oh, that's fine. Excuse.
Excused. Lawrence. Lebsock. Lee. Lontine. Lundeen. McCann. Melton. Mitch Bush. Moreno. Navarro. Neville. Nordberg. Pabon. Pedersen. Primavera. Priola. Rankin. Ransom. Rosenthal. Rupe. Ryden. Sane. Salazar. Sias. Singer. Tate. Thurlow. Tyler. Van Winkle. Vigil. Willett. Williams. Wilson. Windholz. Winter. Young. Madam Speaker.
Here. With 64 present, 1 excused, a quorum is present. Representative Lontine.
Madam Speaker, I move that the reading of the Journal of Friday, February 27th be dispensed with
Be adopted.
and that it be approved as corrected by the court, the chief clerk.
You have heard the motion that the journal be adopted as corrected by the chief clerk. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The journal is dispensed with.
At least one eye.
Announcements and introductions. Representative Rosenthal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and it's an honor and a pleasure to serve with you.
Also with you,
Thank
Representative
you.
Rosenthal.
So, members, I just wanted to bring your attention the passing of Leonard Nimoy last week, as some of you are aware.
Representative Rosenthal,
Yes.
would you give me 2 seconds to get this in order? I know we're all anxious to talk to one another, but it's Monday morning and we have an important announcement. Please, shall we have order? Please proceed, Representative Rosenthal.
Oh, thank you, Madam Speaker. So I just wanted to bring your attention the passing of Leonard Nimoy last week. As you know, he was an inspiration for many generations of not just astronauts, but people who wanted to feel more included in our society and to know that, that our diversity is our strength, and he helped exemplify that. One thing that I wanted to bring your attention was the standard hello, which is that sign, and actually that actually comes from the Jewish tradition, which comes during prayer service, and Leonard Nimoy was Jewish, and so that came from that tradition. And I talked with a constituent of someone who lives in Aurora, and his name is Dan Madsen, and he talked about how he had a conversation with Leonard Nimoy about this very topic. So just wanted to remember Leonard Nimoy, and thank you very much for your time.
Representative Pabon.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And members, I just want to take an opportunity to recognize some special guests we have on the floor this morning. We have members of the Sheet Metal Workers Local Union number 9, representing the hardworking people of Colorado. Let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you, Representative Pabon. That's a $2 fine. Representative Rankin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd like to extend a welcome to 11 students from Rifle High School. They said the pledge. Obviously, a very good-looking, very intelligent crew from Colorado Close-Up, and their civics teacher, Jonathan Rice, who's here today.
Introducing students is just fine. Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee, and anyone else who is following today's bills, we have a change of order. We will be hearing House Bill 1148 first, House Bill 1044 second, Senate Bill 44 third, and House Bill 1212 fourth. And we will convene at 1:30 in LSBA. Thank you.
Representative Primavera.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For members of Public Health Care and Human Services, we have a change in the order of our bills tomorrow. We will hear House Bill 1214 by Representative Singer first, and House Bill 1112 by Representative Landgraf second.
Are there further announcements and introductions? Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I would also like to welcome some students here to the Capitol with Colorado Close-Up from Loveland High School. We've got the kids from Loveland High School. If you'd stand up, we can welcome them. And then their teacher, Denny Bain, Jed Coley, and then Shauna Culp. So thank you for being here today.
Further announcements and introductions. Seeing none, the next order of business is third reading, final passage of bills. Members, please take your seats. And Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1173. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1173 until tomorrow, March 3rd.
The motion is to lay over House Bill 1173 until tomorrow. See no objection, so ordered. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of Senate Bill 57.
Senate Bill 57 by Senator Balmer, also Representative Williams, concerning the reporting requirements of the Colorado Clean Claims Task Force.
The question is the passage of Senate Bill 57 on third reading and final passage. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 57 on third reading and final passage.
Thank you, Madam Majority Leader. The question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 57 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. And Mr. Kohler, would you turn my machine on for me, please? That's okay. Thank you. Representative Ryden. Close the machine. With 65 ayes, no noes, and no excused, Senate Bill 57 is passed. Co-sponsors. Close the machine. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1188.
House Bill 1188 by Representatives Ryden and Primavera, also Senator Neville T., concerning clarification of the state vocational rehabilitation program.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1188 on third reading and final passage.
The question is the passage of House Bill 1188 on third reading and final passage. Seeing no discussion, Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Close the machine. With 62 ayes, 3 noes, and no excused, House Bill 1188 is passed. Co-sponsors. Okay, thank you. Close the machine. Co-sponsors. Oh, we did co-sponsors. The next order of business is second reading of bills. Representative Pedersen. You have heard the motion. Seeing no objection, Representative Pedersen will take the chair.
Committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by the title unless there is a request by reading a bill at length. Committee amendments will not be read unless requested, as they are printed and in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen or on your iPads and not read unless requested. Bills will be laid over upon motion of the Majority Leader. The Coat rule is relaxed. All right. Representative Lontine.
I have to read the title first.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Let's see here. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1184.
House Bill 1184 by Representative Lontine, also Senator Hill, concerning the operation of charter school networks.
Representative Lontine.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move House Bill 1184 with a committee report and the Education Committee report, please.
Thank you, Representative Lontine. To the committee report.
Sure. So the amendment that I have was passed unanimously, and so it basically clarified what the local funds that were generated by bonds and mill levy overrides stayed with the schools in that district where those funds were raised. And we also added some clarifying language on in sections 3 and 5, but nothing really changes the bill as a whole. It's just some clarification on funding.
Wonderful. Is there any further discussion on the Education Committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the Education Committee report. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The Education Committee report is passed. Representative Lantine, to the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And so House Bill 1184 defines a charter school network as a charter school that organizes an additional charter school or schools under the same statutory authority. A charter school network is responsible for the governance, oversight, and performance monitoring of charter schools within that network. In addition to other provisions, the bill permits a charter school network to hold one or more charter contracts through one or more authorizers for purposes of operating multiple schools. The network may be governed by a single governing body. This bill also includes provisions related to appropriate expenditures for schools in the network and sharing of expenses among the network and accounting for those purposes.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1184. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. House Bill 1184 passes. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1204.
House Bill 1204 by Representative Pabon, also Senator Kerr, concerning the creation of a distillery pub license.
Representative Pabon.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and Madam Majority Leader, please let me know if I'm doing this right. I move House Bill 1204. There are no committee reports.
To the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And we're having fun, Representative Moreno, so don't get too worried. Madam Chair, House Bill 1204, and for the thousands of Coloradans that are listening online, this is a bill concerning the creation of a distillery pub license. This is in alignment with what we have now in Colorado statute, namely brew pub licenses and vintners restaurants. For those of you who've been to the Vintners restaurant here in Colorado, there's only one. I'll give you a special prize if you can tell me the name. But this is essentially putting distilleries in line with those other types of licensees. In other words, if they sell 15% food, they can also serve not only their distilled spirits, but beer and wine as well. This came out of all committees unanimously. This has broad support from the industry, from the Colorado Municipal League, from the Colorado counties, and many more in between. So I'd ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Representative Pabon. Is there any further discussion? Representative Duran.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I just want to let the thousands of people who are listening to this that Mr. Speaker Pro Tem moved that bill beautifully and did a wonderful, wonderful job, and I think we can all agree with that. So,
Thank you, Madam Majority Leader. Quorum.
Thank you, Representative Pabon. As you know, I do not consume alcohol. I only consume distilled spirits. Therefore, I am not an alcoholic. I can be spiritual, though.
Is there any real further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1204. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. House Bill 1204 passes. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of Senate Bill 142.
Senate Bill 142 by Senator Roberts, also Representative Pabon, concerning change to state law to make requirements for monies held in escrow for the payment of ad valorem property taxes the same as the requirements of the Federal Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act of 1974.
Great job, Corey. Representative Pabon.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I move Senate Bill 142. There are no committee reports.
To the bill.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and props to Mr. Kohler for reading this very long title. Despite its long title, it's actually simply an alignment bill. We have two different tax escrow statutes, one a Colorado statute, the other the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act of 1974, of which Representative Becker is very well familiar with, and if you want some more information about it, she's happy to talk to you. But this aligns us with RESPA solely, and so there's no confusion or additional costs that we've seen at the closing of these real estate transactions, which again turns and gets put to the borrower. So we want to help our consumers in Colorado save some money and align our statutes, and ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of Senate Bill 142. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. Senate Bill 142 passes. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of House Bill 1130.
House Bill 1130, Representatives Nordberg and Wright, and also Senators Garcia and Hill, concerning voting by military and overseas voters in municipal elections in connection with extending certain deadlines that govern the conduct of municipal elections to ensure that such voters have the same ability to vote in such elections that they do in federal, state, and county elections.
Representative Nordberg.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move House Bill 1130 in the State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee report.
To the committee report.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, we passed two amendments in committee that were technical oversights in the drafting process and would ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion on the committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the, State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. The State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee report passes. Representative Wrighton.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And to the bill, House Bill 1130. Members, this is a really little bill, but it's a very, very important bill. Because
Representative Wrighton, can you make a motion?
Oh, I thought we had already moved the bill, but I move House Bill 1130.
We made the
Great. To the bill.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, short and sweet, what this bill does is aligns our municipal voting deadlines with our other election deadlines so that we will be able to ensure that our deployed military folks and other folks who are overseas will be able to vote in municipal elections, and that right will be guaranteed. I urge an aye vote.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1130. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. House Bill 1130 passes. All right. Now, Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
You have heard the motion. Seeing no objection, the committee will rise and report.
The House will come back to order. Mr. Kohler, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Madam Speaker, your Committee of the Whole begs leave reports under consideration following attached bills being second reading thereof and makes following recommendations thereon. House Bills 1130 amended, 1184 amended, 1204 passed on second reading in order and girls placed on calendar for third and final passage. Senate Bill 142 passed on second reading in order and revised and placed on calendar for third and final passage.
Representative Pedersen. You've heard the motion to adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Kohler, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Kay Becker. Close the machine. With 65 ayes, no noes, and no excuse, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Announcements and introductions. No announcements or introductions? Oh, Representative Foote.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just an announcement about House Finance tomorrow. We have a change in the calendar for tomorrow afternoon. House Finance, we will be removing House Bill 1205 and House Bill 1089. 1205 is Representative Kay Becker's and Sain's bill. 1089 is Representative Primavera's bill. That's being removed off the calendar per their request. And we are adding two bills tomorrow afternoon, House Bill 1056, Representative Corum's bill, and also House Bill 1251. That's tomorrow afternoon, House Finance.
Representative Vigil.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members of the Ag, Livestock, and Natural Resources, we have, looks like 4 bills up today. 1016, Quorum, 1178, Sane, SB 55, Arndt and Becker, and HB 1159 by Arndt. And thank you. CL 130 in our same room, 106, I believe. 107, room 107.
Representative Navarro.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I'd like to introduce my Manzanola students who came all the way down to be with us today. So if you'd give them a warm welcome. Thank you.
It'll be a $2 fine. Thank you, Representative Navarro. Further announcements and introductions? Seeing none, Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over the balance of the calendar until tomorrow, March 3rd.
The motion is to lay over the balance of the calendar until tomorrow. Seeing no objection, so ordered. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to stand in recess until later today, March 2nd at 1 p.m.
The motion is to stand in recess until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Seeing no objection, we will stand in recess till 1 p.m.